Welcome back for another art lesson. For today's lesson, I'll be showing you how to make a collage. A collage is a technique in art made by gluing or pasting different materials such as paper, photos, magazines, cardboard, or even fabric onto a backing. For our collage, we're going to be using construction paper. In fact, here is a list of the materials. We're going to be using white drawing paper, either 12 by 18 or smaller would work, colored construction paper, and glue stick, and possibly Elmer's liquid glue. Today we'll be creating a collage of a garden of flowers inspired by the artist Claude Monet. Claude Monet was a French artist who lived many years ago. He was the creator of the style of art known as Impressionism. He and a few of his friends painted pictures that captured moments or even impressions of mostly outdoor scenes. They did this by using thick and thin brushstrokes. Sometimes they were dabs, and sometimes they were even big blobs. And what it did, those kinds of brushstrokes, it made the image that they were painting look almost blurry, out of focus. The edges were soft and fuzzy. So I have a few examples of his paintings. Here's one of chrysanthemums. And notice he just zeroed in, got up real close on the heads of the chrysanthemums. Here's one of a Japanese bridge and a pond. This is actually painted from the grounds of his home outside of Paris, and on the grounds of his home he had a beautiful garden. And this was a scene from inside his garden. And this one as well. And notice how fuzzy and blurry all of these look. Such a different style of painting than other artists were painting at the time. So this was quite a big deal. Not everybody liked the style of Impressionism, but Claude Monet and his friends did, and they made quite an impact in the art world with their impressionistic style paintings. Monet used a paintbrush to create his impressionistic art, and instead of a paintbrush today, we're going to be using torn paper to create our flower garden. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. Let's get started. I have a 12 by 18 white piece of paper, and I'm going to place it horizontally because I want a long and wide picture. This art lesson, friends, is for all ages. There's no pencil involved and there's no cutting involved. We're simply going to be tearing paper to create a visual image of a garden of flowers. What I have here in my tray here, I have a glue stick that I like to start with and my white paper, and then I have a tray filled with different colors of construction paper that could be flowers, and then I have some different shades of green for my stems and branches. I like to start with a glue stick because I can apply, I could apply the glue almost as if I'm drawing the stems. And I'm going to maybe start with a few strokes. Notice that my glue stick is purple. The good thing about this is it will dry clear. But I'm going to add a few of strokes of glue. And now I'm simply going to pick up a piece of green construction paper and tear a stem-like shape, strip, and place it. I might want a shorter stem. I can place them, I can overlap them to create my stems. I can mix up the colors of green. Here's one that I already had torn. And I can add leaves, and if I'm adding leaves, I can press on my glue stick, almost as if it were a paintbrush, and then I can simply tear my strips and add them on. Now, if I fast forward here a little bit, I can show you another scene where I have my stems, I have some leaves added, and now let's get to the flowers. So we'll fast forward here. The flowers are especially fun, and I want to show you some ideas. You don't have to have real flowers in front of you to do this project. We can do these pictures with the pictures in our mind, from our imagination and from what we remember in our garden. I have a few ideas here that I went ahead and made. So you can see we have a daisy, a tulip, hydrangeas, one of my favorite. You could even add a butterfly to your scene. And when it's time to start working on flowers, you can use your glue stick. If I were to add hydrangea here, I simply take my strip of paper, tear, place. I can mix up colors. And if you're using Elmer's, this is an opportunity where I wanted to show you this tip. You could put dots of Elmer's. If I want to overlap another color for this particular flower, I can tear and put it right on the little dots. Just a dot, not a whole lot of glue. So whether you're using a glue stick or you're using Elmer's, you can make your paper collage impressionistic style. So I want you, here's one more that is close to being finished, and a butterfly was added here. So I want to put this up to inspire you. And then I'd like to show you 2 or 3 that I have actual works of art by previous students. So I wanted to give you a chance to see what others have done with this project. Here's one here. I love the way that this artist has her flowers go off the paper. It literally jumps out off the canvas. And then this one, I especially love the way this student's flowers are just big and bold, and he just focused on 3 particular flowers from his garden. And finally, another favorite of mine is how this artist just has short stems and then the tops and heads of all of her flowers in multiple colors. And I love the way that she placed hers on the paper. So whatever way you choose to make your collage today, you could make as little as 3 flowers, or you could try to fill your page with flowers for your garden. Whatever way you decide to do it, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you can create a beautiful, colorful, impressionistic work of art that is reminiscent of Monet's garden. So one more idea. You could easily focus on one flower and then glue it onto a folded piece of paper, and this could become some kind of a greeting card, birthday card, even a Mother's Day card, which is right around the corner. And it would be an authentic work of art from you to someone that you love. So enjoy this lesson. I hope you have fun creating your garden of flowers reminiscent of our friend Claude Monet and his impressionistic style. Have fun.